Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the podcast that obviously does not want to happen today.
Mm-mm. We've reached a lot of roadblocks, and it's only 9:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. This recording was supposed to start at 9.
Yeah, yeah,
ah,
yeah. Life really said no episode today. No
yep.
recording.
It was like you have 2 backlogged, as if that's
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. It's fine.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Uh, how have you been, Kelly?
Um, I'm okay. It's getting hotter where we are, and my body said absolutely not. So I am having the worst eczema breakout I've had in a very long time.
Yeah, it was only like 70. I think the highest I got was like 77 out here, and I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah, it got to 81 yesterday where I live, and yeah, I've had really bad eczema for the past week because it's just getting hotter, and I'm itchy and uncomfortable all the time. So
Fine.
that's that. Yeah, I'm usually looking forward to a little more heat, but my body said absolutely not this year.
Oh, that's gonna bode well for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great for you. Thank
Yeah,
goodness. Thank goodness
I
I
can't
don't.
I can't wait to go to Disneyland in July and
Oh yeah, amazing. That's gonna be so fun.
just make it worse.
Yeah, and then the only options to cool off are to like go on a ride that's gonna be over in like not even 5 minutes,
Not even 5 minutes.
or to go on a ride that will get you completely soaked and you will walk around slightly damp for like 3 hours.
What do
Yeah,
you mean slightly damp? Remember what happened last time? I was completely drenched for like 2 hours.
that was you. That's what you get for sitting in the front.
And I was wearing this exact dress.
That's what happens when you sit in the
What had
front
happened?
of Splash Mountain. That's why
I was not sitting in the front. I was sitting in the second.
I always sit in the
seat.
back on Splash Mountain. I'm not, because I know about that secret little drop inside the thing that always gets you wet. So I always sit in the back.
You know what? I hope we get that one log that everyone gets submerged in.
Oh no.
Just for you saying that.
No, 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 no. Not happening.
We all if,
I rebuke you, Satan.
if one has to suffer, we all have to suffer.
Nope. And I've also been very lucky on the water ride at California Adventure. Have never gotten soaked on that either.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang, what the heck?
So I'm gonna keep my prayers up.
I hope you forget by the time we get to July, and I'm just gonna force you into the front seats.
I most certainly will not. So you be easy though.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I think I've just been suffering.
Oh, love that for you. I've done absolutely nothing. Oh, I have not left my house all week. Like literally Monday through today, Sunday. I have not left my house.
Okay.
Yay.
How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Okay. That's fair.
I still have not gotten my work computer, and I start work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's concerning.
That's a little concerning. But like I only have to do like trainings and stuff tomorrow, so maybe I'll be okay.
Hopefully.
We'll figure.
I bet you if you don't have your computer by tomorrow, you'll just be like answering a few emails and that's it.
I'm down with that for a while.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's delay my start, or not my start. Let's delay my like start of real work
exactly
for as long as possible.
Exactly.
Get paid to do nothing.
Oh, my laptop box suddenly went missing. Oh no.
Oh no.
You have to send me another one?
It's gonna take a whole week to get another. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, slowly turns on my TV. I also don't know what time I'm supposed to start tomorrow, which is a little concerning. I'll start at 8. Why not?
Yeah, just
That's what I've
preemptively.
that's what I've started with every other job. So like let's just
Yeah.
start at 8.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, what are they
Oh,
gonna do? Yell
ooh.
at me? Like I didn't
Right. I'm
know.
early. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But
But
now you
yeah.
look over eager and now you look like somebody who's willing to work.
Oh, oh, yeah. I'm gonna try to like I I know myself. I'm gonna try to like hold myself back because at every job
Okay.
I go in like
Guns blazing.
guns blazing. Let me be more reserved. Let me
Yeah. Yeah.
relax
Yeah.
so that
I did see a TikTok where it's like when you start a job, do exactly what's asked of you and nothing more
mhm.
for like a long time and then do an uptick in work and productivity. So it looks like you want a promotion and it looks like you're really committed to the job now. And they're like, oh, what's the change? And then you could be like, oh, well, I've really done blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
What if I don't
Someone's,
want a promotion?
but people think it looks good because there's improvement in you.
Whatever.
And that's what companies like to see.
Whatever. I I'm
They're
gonna
like,
re-
it's just a job.
I'm gonna really try to do the bare minimum. I really am.
Honestly, it'll probably be better for your mental health.
I probably
Yeah.
probably
Last time it got you in a little rut. So
yeah. Um
we're just going to do what's asked.
yeah. But yeah, I truly have not left my house. Like have not stepped outside other than to take the trash cans out for the trash day. That's all I've done is
Kind
stay
of
in my house.
counts.
But while staying in my house, I've been watching probably the worst written show I've ever watched in my entire life, but I can't stop watching it.
Oh,
It's called Chicago Med.
yeah.
It's so poorly written, I don't know how it's still on TV. And then I looked up the rating. Why are the ratings so good?
What?
Why do they have like 7 to 8 million people watching every season? I'm very confused.
What the heck?
It's so poorly written. They have characters that will come in and then they'll forget about them. There was a whole ass doctor who was gone for an entire season. And then they just brought him back as if he was there the entire time. Another doctor who they brought in this season, they're trying to pretend like he's like a new doctor. They're trying to pretend like he was there the entire time. Like everyone just knew his name and they were just acting like he had been there the entire time. I'm like,
What the heck?
no, he is new. Who is this man?
Oh,
And
yeah.
also,
85% like this TV show.
I don't get it, Kel. It's so poorly written. And
It's on
then
season 7?
I'm on season 5 right now on Netflix, so I don't know how many seasons they have. Um, Also, every single one of these doctors and nurses or whatever should have their medical licenses revoked. They are coercing people into treatments. They are doing treatments illegally without people's
Oh.
consent.
Uh,
They are doing God knows what else. I think in the last season, spoiler alert if you're going to watch Chicago Med or if you like just started watching Chicago Med,
mhm.
one female doctor killed a male doctor's father.
What?
Like she injected him with like too much insulin
Oh,
and she
jeez.
did it purposefully. And then like when she got found out, she cut her carotid artery and killed herself.
What?
It's insane, Kelly.
Uh, what?
And then if you think the like stuff that happens at Grace alone is bad, girl,
It gets worse?
the stuff that happens at this hospital is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Like pure insanity.
Oh, geez.
So
How do you get worse than that? I mean, what you just told me is terrible.
do you want me to tell you one of the most egregious cases they had?
Yes.
A 14-year-old girl came in with a older man and she was having bleeding from her vagina.
Oh, oh
Um
no.
Turns out that man was her husband.
No.
and she had like ovarian cancer or something. And so they were like, so we need to do a surgery. And the man was like, no, because he didn't want to risk her not, because there was a chance she would have to have a hysterectomy. And
Oh, oh,
he didn't want to risk that.
ugh,
And so the
no.
entire episode, they had to like try to like convince this 14-year-old girl to go have this surgery. And then at the end, she was like, just give me a hysterectomy. She was like, my life is miserable. I don't want to bring a child into my life. Just give me a hysterectomy.
Yeah.
And
What the
then
heck?
it's sort of implied that the man is going to divorce this 14-year-old child because she's getting a
Good for her.
hysterectomy.
Good for her.
Yeah, it
I
was a
see no
mess.
loss here.
It was a mess, Kelly.
What
But
the
I'm
heck?
still watching though, even though it's truly one of the worst shows I've ever watched in my entire life.
Well, you're going to be watching all the way up until 2023 because there's another season planned.
Jesus. The main guy isn't even on the show anymore.
Oh my
Let's give it
gosh.
up.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, wild ride. Wild ride. Can we please get some better writers though on this show? I'm begging them. Like
Yeah.
they will build up storylines and then completely abandon them. They've done it more than 5 times, Kelly.
No. Also,
I
if one of your plot lines is a 14-year-old girl that's married to a grown adult man, no.
Kelly,
No.
I've been in emotional distress this entire week.
Yeah, I can tell.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Oh, also, we got like on this show, I got like a little Pretty Little Liar reunion, but like with two of the worst characters on Pretty Little Liars.
Oh.
Melissa,
Oh.
I think that was her name, Spencer's sister,
Oh.
and
Yes.
then Ezra. They were dating on this show
Oh.
for like a season and a half.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he was insane.
Oh.
So she broke
Okay.
that off. She got like a head injury, and then he
Mm.
pretended like they were engaged.
Oh.
And then like eventually she was like, I don't feel like we're engaged. And honestly, good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Good
What
for
the
because
heck?
this man was crazy. He was showing up every day to give her flowers. She works at a hospital.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Uh, yeah. Let's move on. Let's
Yes,
I
please.
because I could talk about
Please.
this literally all day, how crazy the show. But let's talk about good vibes. Good vibes only.
Yes. Good
Let's talk
vibes
about
only.
Shrek. And
Yay.
I'm gonna leave a little preface here, before we begin.
Okay.
I wrote my notes up to the point where they get to the castle without watching the movie. so they might be wrong up to
I
that point.
mean,
I'm pretty sure I'm
I
right. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I didn't even take notes for this one because like when I started watching it, I was quoting it.
Oh yeah, same.
So I was like, I don't think I really need to take any notes for this movie.
I I probably didn't either. I just wanted to be safe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I
That's
wrote up to that point, and then I was like, okay, I might fudge up these details, so let me just start writing my
yeah.
notes from here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
So our movie starts off with Shrek reading a fairy tale book about a princess stuck in a dragon guarded tower, waiting for her true love to save her
Oh.
before he calls BS and uses the pages to wipe his ass. We then have the Bop of the Century All Star by
What
Smash
a good
Mouth.
song.
As Shrek takes a mud bath, brushes his teeth with like bug innards,
Mm.
maybe bug poop. I don't know which one is worse.
Yeah.
Um, and then he paints a keep out sign and
Beautiful.
eats dinner while an angry mob makes their way towards the swamp. He's able to notice them somehow. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Does he have like a wire chip system or something? Or
He has to
like
have
a
something
medieval alarm system?
because they weren't close.
No.
But he was like,
No.
what's that in the distance? And then somehow gets behind them.
Right. Like he can hear them a mile away and meets them like half a mile from his house
Yeah,
because they're far from his house still,
they're
and he catches up with
far.
them.
Yeah. So he sneaks up behind them and then he reveals himself to them and scares them away. Before we cut to a scene where fairy tale creatures are being sold and captured and God knows what else.
Put into slavery.
Probably. I have a movie fact later.
Oh no.
One of the creatures is a talking donkey named Donkey,
Mm.
who is being sold by an old woman. When Donkey is being evaluated, he pretends to be a regular donkey, and so the woman gets dragged away for being crazy. While she's being dragged away, she kicks over a fairy in a little cage, causing her dust to land on Donkey. And so he begins to fly and then he begins to talk. And so they're like,
He
a
can fly.
flying, talking donkey.
Donkey.
He's like, yeah, you may have seen a housefly. You may have even seen a
See a
superfly, but I
superfly.
bet you ain't never
You've never
seen a
seen
donkey
a
fly.
talking.
So yeah, so he ends up falling because like
Mm.
he didn't get that much. And so he gets chased through the woods and then he ends up bumping into Shrek. When the soldiers try to arrest Shrek, a donkey scares them away. He literally just like, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? What are
Yeah.
you gonna do? At least for the other people, he like yelled at them. For these people, he
Exactly.
literally was just like, are you gonna touch me?
Right. He's just vibing and he's all like, what y'all want?
And then they just run away.
Yeah, they run.
Uh, and so Donkey annoyingly continuously thanks Shrek and requests to live with him. They just met.
Yeah.
They just met. Which Shrek denies. He's like, no, thank you.
Which obviously.
Yeah. And so while Shrek is in his house, he thinks he hears Donkey sneak in, but Donkey is still very much outside of the house. So he like goes back to his table to eat his dinner, and then he notices three blind mice. And then Snow White comes in with her drawers.
Well, she
Snow
gets
White is asleep.
shoved.
Yeah.
Yes, she gets shoved onto his table.
Yeah, she is still very much sleeping. And then he goes to his bedroom and he finds the big bad wolf in his granny attire. Reading like a Playboy version of a magazine with like pigs. Very weird.
I mean, in the second one, it was a Sports Illustrated with pigs on the front.
So what is his relationship with pigs? Is it sexual or does he want to eat them?
What if it's both?
Ew. That's disgusting. Wow, that is.
Did I just open that whole thing
wow. For you? Wow, the amount of mental anguish that just gave me. It's worse than Chicago Med.
You just went through all the stages of grief at once.
Oh my gosh, that's so disgusting in so many ways.
Is this, do we kink shame?
Yes. Oh,
what would that even be called?
You know I kink shame. I used to think we shouldn't kink shame people. No, I am very hard in the we should kink shame some people.
Some things, yes. I'm very much in the I don't want to judge you. Just if you're doing something, just don't get anything near me.
Don't do it in public.
Don't say anything. Don't involve other people that aren't part of
consenting.
This agreement. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You should have whatever kink you want as long as it's not harming people.
Yes.
Behind closed doors with consenting people.
Yes. Yeah. If you're in public, or if you just casually mention something that's like supposed to be secretive, but we all can freaking tell.
Yeah.
Stop that right there.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, back to the story.
Yes,
my whole
brain not thinking about that anymore.
Is rewired. Yeah, and so when Shrek goes to throw them all out, he sees that all of the fairy tale creatures that were captured are in his swamp. How did they set this up?
That's what I'm saying. I literally there are hundreds of people on his land, and
Yeah.
he only heard the mice come in.
It's
This
so
man has
weird.
no windows.
He doesn't.
He has doors.
He
That's
he
it.
he has look, he has windows technically, but they don't
There's
have
just
glass.
nothing in it. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing in it.
Which, by the way, his bug problem must be awful.
I mean, he
But
eats bugs, so I don't know if he thinks that's a problem.
yeah. And so he sees all of them, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's told that they were sent there by Lord Farquaad. So Shrek is like, "Who is Lord Farquaad? Where does he live?
Right. I need to
need
have a
y'all
word.
gone. I need y'all gone." And so he asks if anyone knows where Lord Farquaad lives, and Donkey is the only one who answers. And so he's like, "Fine, I
Yeah.
guess you can show me."
Yeah. I just want everyone out.
Yeah. And so they set off to Duloc. We then cut to a dungeon where a we're not there yet. We then cut to a dungeon where a gingerbread cookie is being milk forwarded for information as Lord Farquaad enters and demands to know where the rest of the fairy tale creatures are.
Do you know
The Muffin Man?
Man?
The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
We haven't gotten there either. And so the gingerbread man's like, "No, I'm not telling you anything." But then Lord Farquaad threatens to take off a button. So then
the gumdrop buttons.
And so then the gingerbread man tells Lord Farquaad the Muffin Man nursery rhyme. And I don't know what information he was supposed to get from that.
Yeah,
because literally it's, "Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man."
Muffin
Yes,
Man.
I know the Muffin
The
Man,
Muffin Man.
who lives on
Drury
Drury
Lane.
Well, she's married to the Muffin
Married to the
Man.
Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man to the Muffin Man. She's married to the Muffin Man. That's literally the entire
That's
interaction they have. There is no
Yeah.
information on there.
Yeah, how did even Lord Farquaad even accept going down that road with him?
I have no idea.
Like, he literally just said he needed to know where the fairy tale creatures are, and he's all like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell you something way different, and you're gonna follow me, okay?"
Yeah. Keep up. And so yeah, as this is happening, some soldiers come in and bring in a magic mirror that has Lord Farquaad play like a matchmaking game to pick which princess will be his new bride.
Number 3,
because he is not a real king without a queen. And so he picks one named Fiona, who is trapped in a Jordan, a dragon. I'm so tired. He picks one who is trapped in a dragon guarded tower.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Shrek and Donkey get to Duloc, and Donkey is being very annoying, of course.
Of course.
And so they arrive in Duloc, and everyone is gone except for a mascot of Lord Farquaad, which is frightened by Shrek and ends up knocking itself unconscious. And I said itself because I don't know if there was a man or a woman in the suit. It sounded like a man, but
it does, but
let's not assume.
Yeah, we're not.
And so yeah, they get inside the city, and Shrek and Donkey see that there's still no one around. So Donkey presses an information box, and a mechanical "It's a Small World" type song begins to play, welcoming them to Duloc, where we learn that Lord Farquaad wants everything perfect in his kingdom. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you continue. Go ahead.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. So that's it.
Yeah, and then after the song is over, a picture is taken of the two before they hear like trumpets and whatever else is played in medieval times happening in the kingdom's arena. And so they arrive at the arena right as Farquaad is having his best soldiers fight for the chance to have the honor of fetching the princess for him.
Yes. It's a sacrifice he's willing to make.
Yeah, not for themselves, for him.
For him only, yeah.
They get nothing. in this
Essentially,
arrangement.
yes.
Love that for them. And so Shrek comes in and he demands his swamp back, but Farquaad just has his soldiers attack Shrek, and whoever kills him will be named the champion.
Hmm.
Shrek and Donkey kick their asses though, and
Let's go.
it's so bad that even the citizens of Duloc are cheering for them.
Yeah.
And so Lord Farquaad makes a deal with Shrek. If he rescues Fiona, he will get his swamp back, and the fairy tale creatures will be removed. So, on the way to get Fiona, Donkey is being very annoying again. And we get the infamous onions have layers analogy, which goes right over Donkey's head.
Yeah.
Because Shrek is like, ogres aren't one-dimensional. Like we have layers, and Donkey is like, I like layers. I like parfaits.
I like cakes.
I like cakes. Are y'all like cakes? And Donkey's like,
everybody likes cake.
Yeah, everybody likes cake. And so Shrek's like, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind.
When they finally arrive to the castle, Donkey is afraid to cross the bridge over the lava. So Shrek has to trick him into crossing it backwards. Inside the castle, they split up to look for stairs to the tower, and Donkey ends up finding the dragon, which captures him, while Shrek is thrown into Fiona's tower. When Donkey realizes it's a female, why does it say remake?
Girl dragon.
It's a girl dragon. He flirts with it, and she begins to like him. Okay, this is the part where I actually started watching the movie and ready for this.
Are y'all impressed?
I hope I didn't miss anything.
No, you didn't.
Cool. Inside the tower, Shrek rudely grabs Fiona and drags her out of the tower, and they go to find Donkey. She's like waiting for him to gently wake her up. To like,
she grabs her bouquet and she makes her she looks really pretty.
Yeah, pretends to be asleep.
I know.
But then he's like, "No, get up, let's go."
Yeah,
and just drags her out.
I'm on a timeline.
Like the dragon is still alive. Like we got to get out of here.
We got to go.
Yeah, and so this like really shocks Fiona, but she's like, "Oh, okay, whatever, as long as we're getting out of here." And so we go back to the dragon, and she's setting the mood for Donkey and goes in to kiss him, but Shrek falls in her way and she kisses his ass. Love that.
Love that.
They then run out after a chandelier. I don't know what to call it. I called it a chandelier, but for candles. I don't know what it's called.
I mean, is there a word for it?
You know those. You know what I'm talking about. Medieval chandeliers where they put the candles in it and it's like circular. Yeah, you know. It gets caught around her neck.
It's just the.
Yeah, I was going to say a candelabra, but that's just the thingy that you hold.
I think it is just a chandelier.
Cool. Love that fruit. I'm so intelligent. Love that. And so the three of them run around the castle to shorten the chain, of which the maybe not chandelier is. Yeah, maybe or maybe not chandelier. And they run across a bridge, which the dragon burns, but they make it over, and the dragon is trapped in the castle via the chain. Yes. When they get away, Fiona tries to kiss Shrek, but when he reveals that he is an ogre, she is shocked and a little disgusted. So they get over that really quickly.
They really do.
Shrek tells her that he was sent by Lord Farquaad, but she refuses to go anywhere until Lord Farquaad comes and personally gets her. So
that's fair.
So Shrek just picks her up and they continue on their journey. On the walk, she asks what Lord Farquaad is like, and Shrek and Donkey make fun of how short Farquaad is, which upsets Fiona. When she's told that they won't reach Duloc until the next day, she freaks out and like demands to find a place to sleep.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I don't do night. Yeah. I don't do the dark. No
There's
commitment.
ruffians and thugs and
Yeah. She's like, there's robbers in the woods. We can't do
right. We
this.
can't do that. I know you just slayed like not slayed a dragon, but like outsmarted a dragon, but I don't do night.
But a man, you can't take on a
You can't
man.
take out a man. That's something different.
And so, yeah, they find a cave for her to sleep in. And she rudely just goes in and barely says
Yeah.
goodnight.
Yeah. I love that Shrek tries to like move the stone back in front of the cave.
Yeah, he was like, is this even worth it at this point?
Right. He's like, at this point, I've had more grief than anything else.
But yeah, that night, Shrek shows Donkey different constellations, but Donkey is too simple-minded to understand. So
No thoughts.
he just simply changes the subject. And as what happens when this is all over? And Shrek is like, I'm gonna build a 10-foot wall around my swamp so no one ever comes in. And so Donkey asks why he hates everyone, and Shrek's like, I don't hate everyone. Everyone just hates me.
Oh.
But Donkey like encourages him. He's like, I don't hate you. I don't think you're stupid. I don't think you're ugly.
Thanks,
And
Donkey.
Fiona is like eavesdropping on everything they're
Yeah.
saying. I thought she was tired, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Not tired for that tea though.
Nope. Same.
If we're honest.
Peek me laying down with one eye open.
Exactly.
Listening. Back in Duloc, Lord Farquaad is having the magic mirror constantly show him Fiona's picture, and then he ends up getting an erection.
No.
Love that for him. The next day, Fiona goes out and she sings to a bird, but she sings too high of a note, I guess, even though it wasn't that high of a note. And the bird explodes. And so what does she do? She takes this bird's eggs and makes breakfast for her, Shrek, and Donkey to apologize for how she treated them. Which, thanks for the gesture, but you just killed an entire family.
Exactly.
An entire family was murdered by you. Thanks. While they continue their walk to Duloc, Fiona is kidnapped by Robin Hood and his merry men, who sing an excellent song, but she found it annoying.
I loved it.
About how they steal from the rich and give to the needy. Before Fiona,
That's bad. That's really, really bad.
With the beauties, with the beast, it makes me all pretty mad. He's mad. He's mad. I'll take this blade and ram it through your heart. I love this movie. So after Fiona knocks him out for how quote unquote annoying his song was, I don't think it's annoying, but go off.
He should have kept going first.
Should have kept going. I feel like he had another good verse in him.
He did.
Maybe a bridge.
And then a really good dance breakdown right in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, he already kind of had a dance break, but like I could do another one.
Yeah, I'm down for another.
Yeah. There's never too many dance breaks in a performance.
No, of course not.
And and so this causes the merry men to attack a woman. So Fiona kicks all of their asses to the shock of Donkey and Shrek. And then after she notices that Shrek has an arrow in his butt and sends Donkey away to get flowers to get him out of the way as she pulls it out.
I think it was at this point that I realized that Cameron Diaz just played the same character from Charlie's Angels to Shrek.
Oh, Natalie?
Yeah.
The Natalie Shrek crossover we all wanted. Yeah.
It's basically the same character.
Same character. Different plot.
Different plot.
Different life trajectories. Love that. Maybe this is like reincarnation.
Oh my gosh. You're right.
Natalie used to be a princess, and then she was reincarnated as an angel. Love that for her. I wonder what my reincarnated life will be. It better be better than this.
I want a refund.
Yeah.
I deserve better.
I deserve so much better. Crap, where was I? What was happening? Like, I don't even need my notes. Like, what was happening?
Yeah.
What was the last thing I talked about? Oh, blue flower, red thorns. Got it.
Yeah, blue flower, red thorns.
So Donkey comes back and he sees that they're on top of each other because Shrek is in pain
Yes.
and is trying to run away while she's trying to pull the arrow out of his
The
ass.
arrow out.
So he's like, "Ooh, what's going on here?"
Spicy.
And then passes out after Fiona takes out the bloodless arrow. And so Shrek just has to pick him up and they continue walking. We then get a montage of Shrek and Fiona like flirting and doing very romantic things, such as making cotton candy out of spider webs and making balloons out of frogs and snakes and pushing each other as they race through a field.
Romantic.
So romantic. That's
if
how
my first date isn't like this, then I don't want it.
First date goals. Who needs dinner and a movie?
Right.
Who needs a fair?
I need a frog and snake balloon and spider cotton candy.
Yeah. Tasty. So many different flavors.
Oh God, stop.
Yeah, and so they get like right up to Duloc. Like if they walk like another, let's say 30 minutes, they'll be there.
Yeah.
But Fiona looks at Donkey and quote unquote notices that he looks strange. And so she suggests that they make camp for the night, and Shrek agrees. Shrek makes for dinner rotisserie weed rat. Yum. When their little tails were flopping around.
No.
Delicious. No. Nothing screams culinary like rats.
Yeah.
The like amazing taste. So many flavors.
Yeah, and it's so
not disease ridden.
Yeah, not disease ridden. It's so filling. There's a lot of meat on the bone.
Yeah. It's not like eating disgusting chicken wings at all.
Yeah,
like,
of course not.
Yum. Pass me over some of that weed rat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and so Fiona thinks it's delicious though. A woman who was supposed to be a princess.
Well, she's been in the tower for how long?
What has she been eating in that tower? Going to the bathroom, water. What's she been doing up there?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Has there been like shipments of things?
they send in something that like flies over, and it comes with a little parachute. She just like catch it out the window.
Yeah. It's like, where's it dropping today? I bet you there's like a fully functioning kitchen and like a really nice like master bedroom and stuff like that down in the castle, but every story says that the princess is up at the top.
Yeah. So she's like, I can't leave.
Yeah, so every day she's so like, I guess it's time for me to go to work, and she goes up to the tower.
Yeah, she has like a really cool like sleeping arrangement like down somewhere.
Yeah, it's down in like the dungeons
with like a full ass kitchen.
Oh yeah,
like books, whatever, and then like every day like the sun comes up, she's like, well, let's get on up.
Yeah, because I gotta go clock in and see if anyone's gonna save me today.
And then she just lays in that bed from sun up to sundown. She's like, well, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, but back to the Shrek and Fiona presently. They begin to talk about what their friendship will look like once Fiona marries Farquaad, and then they're seemingly about to talk about their feelings for each other before Donkey comes over and mentions how beautiful the sunset looks, which freaks out Fiona, and so she runs into a nearby windmill, saying that she's afraid of the dark. Donkey then tells Shrek that he can see that they like each other and tells Shrek to tell Fiona how he feels. But he's like, no, I'm an ogre. She's a princess. It won't work.
I have to suppress my feelings.
Biologically, what will we do? We can't have children. What's a woman without a children nowadays?
Exactly. She is not complete without child.
No. What will she do all day?
Right.
Will she get a job? She
She'll
can't.
have thoughts.
She can't do that.
No.
I won't allow it.
No. Oh, you won't allow it. Never a truer statement. Oh.
Yeah, and so he walks off to go get some firewood, even though they have a shit ton of firewood.
Oh yeah.
Donkey then later sneaks into the windmill to talk to Fiona and finds a female ogre who he thinks ate Fiona, which makes no sense, but
Yeah.
cool. And so Fiona tells Donkey that a curse was put on her so that she turns into an ogre every night, which is very, very specific. But
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
and I would like to meet the person who put this. I mean, we know who put the curse on, but
Yeah, they
why?
do.
Why?
Right. Right. Like what was the thought process? Like I know
Yeah,
Sleeping Beauty went to sleep. Snow White was poisoned. Sure, that's not a curse or anything, but like there could have been something else.
something else.
They had
This just seems cruel. Like you're like
the hate was real.
the hate was real and it was pointed towards the wrong person.
It
But
was.
okay,
Innocent party.
innocent child.
Exactly.
But okay, I
Mm.
guess. Yeah, and so she's like, I need someone who is my true love to kiss me, and then I'll turn back into my beautiful self forever. Yay.
Yay.
Um, and then she goes on about how her and Shrek will never work because she's a beautiful princess. He's an
Mm-hmm.
ogre. And then she starts like downing on herself. She's like, princess and ogre don't go together. So like I need
Oh.
to find Farquaad. And Shrek overhears this and he thinks that she's talking about how ugly he is, but she's not. And
She's not.
so he just makes his way towards Duloc. The next morning, Shrek brings Farquaad and his soldiers to pick up Fiona and says to her that he heard what she said last night, to like leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, but that's the sentiment.
Yeah, that's the sentiment. And so she's like, okay, bet. It goes off of Farquaad. It's like, let's get married today.
Right now.
Right now. And he's like, I'm down.
Yeah, he's like, bet?
Why not?
Right.
Why not? And so they head off to go get married that afternoon.
Also, I love the fact that like he still tries to play up that he's tall.
Yeah.
With like the fake legs and everything.
Yeah.
But like I swear everybody in that city knows that he's
short.
not. Yeah.
But hey.
Why keep the pretense up?
It's an ego thing, Kelly. It's an ego thing.
Okay. All right.
He would live for today. They have like a leg lengthening surgery now.
What? That's real?
Yeah. Apparently it's very painful.
Well, it sounds painful.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you could grow like 3 inches.
Shut up.
Which I'm like, would I put myself through that much pain to be 6 feet tall? No.
No.
No,
yeah. For me to be 5'4",
I don't think that extra 3 inches would really make that much of a difference. I'm already like all leg. I don't think it would make that much. If you could lengthen my torso though, maybe we could talk.
Right. Can you make me proportionate?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
If y'all start doing that, hit me up. I'll have I'll talk about it.
Yeah. I'll get a consult.
I'll get a consult. Just to see.
Yeah. I just want to see the options.
Scientific curiosity. Yeah. And so Shrek gets the deed to his swamp because there's a deed.
Yeah, apparently.
And he heads off before Donkey tries to explain the truth to Shrek, but Shrek just yells at him and tells him to leave him alone. Shrek gets back to his swamp while Fiona gets ready to get married. And Donkey stumbles upon a crying dragon and goes to comfort her while Hallelujah plays in the background. Hallelujah. This was the song I sang at my high school show. Why can't I think of words? We did a high school play. We did a play in high
You did a
school.
musical.
We did a musical, and this was the song I auditioned with.
You auditioned with this song?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
And I think someone else auditioned with the song too.
No way.
Like that same day. And I was like, oh, well, too bad. I'm going to beat you. So.
Oh my God. Wait, do you know who it was?
No.
Oh.
I think they mentioned it, though, that someone else had sung the song. Don't know who did it, though. But yeah,
the T.
I still got the lead, so I win.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't want to be the lead, but whatever.
You did. Who did you audition for?
What?
Who did you audition for?
I didn't audition for anyone in particular.
Oh, you just auditioned.
I just auditioned.
Did Brina and I make you audition?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like us.
I was hoping I would get like side character number 3.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm too good. Next time I will be sure to like crack on notes, sing the wrong lyrics.
You get a Reich leader.
Sing. How weird was that? Sing like an octave too high. I'll do that next time. I'll be sure to do that next time. Right. Maybe in my next life I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and so after the song is over, Donkey shows up to the swamp and he tells Shrek that since he helped save Fiona, he gets half of the swamp and starts making a wall to split the swamp in half.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not technically wrong.
Technically.
But in reality, no one's enforcing this, Donkey.
No.
It's a fucking swamp. This deed.
Apparently Shrek didn't even have the own deed to his own supposed land.
Yeah, this deed is not real. Farquaad was just like, give him a piece of paper. He probably can't read. Right.
Can he read?
He was reading at the beginning of the movie, but was he actually reading or was he just going through the pictures?
Wait, I know he made the keep out sign, but what if that's the only thing that he knows how to spell?
Keep out. Yeah. He knows KEPOUT. I love that for him.
He's got most of the vowels, and that's all he needs.
Fundamentals.
Yeah, the fundamentals.
We love fundamentals. And so, they get into a big fight about who owns this piece of land in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Donkey yells at Shrek for letting Fiona get away and for how much of an asshole he is to him. It mentions that Fiona liked Shrek, maybe even loved him. And then Shrek's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you saying?
Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying? And so he's like, yeah, what you heard last night was not about you. And so Shrek's like, oh, I'm sorry. We need to go get my woman. And so the two of them hop on Dragon's back and they go to stop the wedding. They arrive at the chapel and Donkey tells Shrek that he can't just run in at any point.
You got to try a little.
You got to try a little tenderness. Chicks love that romantic crap. I told you, I know every single line of this movie. Yep. Like, if you say any random line in this movie, I can say the continuation of that line.
Yeah,
I know all of these lines.
When we said we were going to do this one, I'm like, do I really need to watch it?
I didn't need to watch it.
I watched it anyway.
I watched it anyway. Like, I didn't need to watch this movie. which by the way, I watched it on Amazon Prime and they had it in like 4K and it looked weird.
Oh.
It looked weird. It
Oh.
looked a little janky.
Yeah, I was about to say it probably looked jank.
And I was like, let's not do this again.
Yeah, no.
Let's
You're
not do.
you're putting like
You're putting too much stress on these pixels.
right, you're putting 480p into 4K and
Yeah,
you're like, wait a minute.
the animation was struggling, Kelly.
Yeah, see,
It was
I watched it on Hulu and it was just the regular. Maybe I should check it out on Amazon
yes, go on
just
Amazon.
so I can see it.
Watch it in 4K.
Oh,
Um, yeah, and so he's like, you have to wait for the I don't
I
know.
object
Is
line.
this a Catholic church? The minister, the priest, whatever,
The
whatever he was. You have to
yeah,
wait
let's
for
just go
him.
with priest.
Sure, you have to wait for the priest to ask if anyone has any objections. And so they literally sit outside of the church and throw Donkey up into a window to see at what part of the church service, Jordan, the wedding service they are at. And then Donkey misses the cue. And
Yes.
so Shrek just runs in right as they're about to kiss each other.
I object. He's way too late.
Like they've already put on rings, they've already said vows.
They've announced. They just need to kiss now.
They just need to kiss to like seal the deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, he runs in right as they're about to do that. And he reveals his feelings for Fiona. And the kingdom and Farquaad laugh at him.
Oh.
But Fiona reveals her feelings for Shrek and that she turns into an ogre when the sun goes down. It's a very magical, like mystical, beautiful process to turn into an ogre.
It is.
Like wow, like the person who like set this curse, they were like, let's make it fun. Let's have some flair. Let's not just have you immediately turn into an ogre.
Yeah, she's all like,
Let's
you know
have you
what?
float in the air.
Yeah, you're like, I'm making you an ogre, but I'm gonna make it stylish.
I'm gonna make it stylish.
It's not just all gonna be bad. At least your transformation will look boss.
It looks so good. And don't worry, girl, whatever clothes you're wearing, I'll have them adjust.
Stretch to fit. Yes.
Don't worry about having to have two different outfits. I got you. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, when Lord Farquaad sees that the woman that he maybe just met, I'm a little confused on how old-timey marriages work. So they didn't kiss. So are they married or are they not married? I know nowadays, like the wedding ceremony is just ceremonial. Like you have to sign a wedding license.
Yeah.
But what's going on here? Are they actually married? Because he says they're married, but they didn't kiss.
They didn't kiss. And also, didn't people like cement a marriage like on the wedding night? Like that's when people were like, "You're married now," like legit.
Yeah. You have to have sex.
Consummate
your marriage. Otherwise, you could get like an annulment or whatever.
Yeah, something.
What's the difference between it? I mean, I know the difference between an annulment and a divorce, but like, how do you determine what's an annulment?
Yeah. Like, what's the qualifications for an annulment, and then when do you pass that for a divorce?
I have no idea because
is there a time limit?
I don't think so because wasn't for like Britney Spears' first marriage, she was married for like a week, maybe longer before she got her annulment. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just like whoever has the most money can get an annulment. Okay,
I think so.
You look it up. I'm gonna continue the story. And so Farquaad has his guards come in, tear the two apart, and declares himself a true king now. And that he will have Fiona locked away in her tower again forever and kill Shrek. But Shrek whistles and Dragon comes in and eats Farquaad, which I guess that means Fiona is like the queen of this kingdom now. Yeah. By Farquaad's account.
Yes.
So yeah. And so Fiona and Shrek then kiss, and Fiona levitates, has her like transformation stuff happen with like the angelic glow and the
Mhm.
levitation and stuff. But she stays an ogre. You okay? Did someone die? What happened?
Keep talking. Keep talking. I'll tell you
Okay,
later.
okay, okay. Uh, yeah. And so Fiona's like kind of upset. She's like, "What the fuck? Why am I still an ogre?" But Shrek tells her that she's beautiful either way. And they kiss before we get an end performance of I'm a Believer from Donkey with
What a
all the
great song.
great song to end the movie on too. With all the fairy tale creatures dancing as Shrek and Fiona ride off in their onion carriage to their honeymoon. Yay! And that's the end of the movie.
Yay.
Okay, Kelly, what just happened? You're acting like someone died. What happened?
So I'm looking. I looked up basically the basics of an annulment in California. Do you know what the first grounds for requesting an annulment in California is?
Um, Deception?
No,
No.
that's on the list, but it's Sweet Home Alabama.
Ew.
Do you know that? Yeah.
Yes, Kelly. I get it.
Okay.
I know that 1 + 1 = 2. Yes, I'm very aware.
For those of you who do not understand, the first grounds for requesting an annulment in California is if the couple
If
is related by blood.
yes, which makes sense
Yes, makes sense.
because it is not legal.
Uh,
It is not
no,
legal to be married to a
no,
relative, a blood
no.
relative.
And then the third one is the person requesting the annulment was not 18 years old at the time of marriage.
Makes sense. That is also not legal.
Yeah, it's
So
not. Also, one of the reasons they give is one of the spouses has an incurable physical incapacity, which means it typically refers to male impotence that prevents the couple from having sexual relations.
that's hilarious.
Like, what?
You can marry who, so that means I could marry a older man, and because he can't get an erection, I could just be like,
Yes, actually.
I could just be like, never mind. This never happened in the eyes of the law. It never happened. Love that. Super fun.
Also, there are like time limits to get annulments.
Okay. What's like the
For
max?
the max,
A year?
um, 4 years, or
Damn.
yeah, for certain conditions, it's 4 years. For like some other conditions, you just have to do it before your spouse dies. That's literally one of the lines.
Love that. Super fun.
Yeah,
So let's all just get married to each other and then just say that the other one can't have sex, and then we'll just get it annulled
yeah.
for
So if
fun.
it's that one, then you have to do 4 years. If you're
4
gonna
years.
claim unsound mind, you're gonna have to do it before the other person dies. That's literally what it says. Like,
Love that.
what?
What
Okay.
is
Nope.
what does unsound mind mean?
It doesn't say.
That is so broad.
Isn't it? It literally just says if either partner were of unsound mind at the time of marriage.
Okay. Very broad, but okay.
I think that's the reason that like most people use when they get an annulment, right?
I don't know. I don't know anyone who
Like they
got it.
claim I was like of unsound mind or whatever. I feel like a lot of people say that, or what I've heard. Anyway.
Maybe that's a good like Las Vegas reason. Like you could be
Mm,
like, I was super drunk,
probably.
didn't mean
Yeah.
to get married.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelly, are you ready for the movie facts?
Yes.
So Shrek is based on a children's book from 1990. Yay.
That was
Uh
one of my movie facts.
yeah, I remember. Um the song All Star by Smash Mouth. No, heard at the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Um lyrics for the gods, as they
Yes.
say. It was only a placeholder for test screenings until a new song could be found.
What?
But the test audience loved it, and so the producers kept it in.
Do you know what the other song was, or was supposed to be?
No, I don't think they knew
Interesting.
either. That's why it was just a
Oh,
placeholder.
okay.
Um, yeah, and also when the producers decided to keep All Star, they decided to let the band perform the last song in the movie "I'm a Believer" as well.
Oh, that's cute.
This one
Good
made
for
me.
you, Smash Mouth.
This next one made me chuckle. Shrek has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
What?
I think SpongeBob does too, which
No
I think is
way.
so funny.
I have to look that up. That's actually kind of funny.
Alan Rickman was initially casting's choice for the role of Lord Farquaad, but he chose to play Professor Snape in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone instead.
Oh
Which
my gosh.
good choice. Good choice. What are you showing? What the fuck is that, Kelly? Kelly is showing me a picture of Shrek getting his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I can't tell if that is a costume or a giant inflatable balloon.
I think that's a costume that has to be.
Either way, it's horrifying. It's like
Yeah, look at the
eight,
other pictures.
it's
Oh my
like
gosh, look at him like bending down.
it's like 8 feet tall. What the hell?
Why does it look so scary?
It's very like its mouth is like agape. Its eyes don't blink.
I
It's
don't
also
like that.
it's like a highlighter color. It's
Yeah.
very scary.
Oh, it looks like he's eating him.
That has meme potential, Kelly.
Are
I think
we
that's the
starting a new
Kelly.
meme?
I think that's the photo they use for the Have you seen those TikToks of Shrek like hugging people from behind?
Yes.
I think that's the photo they used.
Oh my gosh, we found the origin.
I love a good origin story.
Also, now all I'm like remembering is the other filter that they have on TikTok. Material girl, and
Of
then
Shrek
like
like
Shrek
over the
dancing.
city and like
Yeah.
dance. Yes, Shrek is
Look at,
amazing.
oh my gosh, look at this one.
Who are those other people?
I don't know, maybe producers.
Do they not have better things to do
I guess not.
than to go to the stars ceremony of
So
a
who has
animated
the so
character?
who keeps the little plaque that they get?
I'm gonna say director.
Okay.
I'm gonna say director.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That
say
makes sense.
director. Yeah. Last movie fact. When the fairy tale I told you about this one earlier. When the fairy tale creatures arrive at Shrek's swamp, you can
Mm.
see that Papa Bear is comforting Baby Bear at a fire.
Yep.
Later in Lord Farquaad's castle,
You see Mama Bear.
you see Mama Bear as a rug skinned and laying on the floor. But her ultimate fate, however, is okay because she reappears in the like karaoke scene at the end of the movie, dancing with
He
Papa and
he
Baby Bear.
remarried.
I didn't even think about that. Damn, he's quick. It's been like 2 days.
He's like my first wife, too small. And I am on the quest to find the
Oh my
perfect
God.
wife.
He found a new wife in 2 days. Wow, that's insane. Okay, Kelly, it's time for the question. Is this movie iconic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course it is. Like, we know all the lines to
Absolutely.
this movie. Like, that's how you
Yes.
know it's iconic.
Yeah, I literally have it memorized.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was iconic when I was a kid, and then I got older, and then like you realize all of the jokes that are in Shrek, and then it just gets better.
Oh, yes. Excellent movie.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it aged very well.
Mm-hmm. It's such a good movie.
It's such good. The songs in it are great.
Yes.
The
Oh
meme
yes, great
the meme
songs.
potential was huge,
Yeah,
and like they
they
didn't
were so
even make that on purpose.
they were so forward thinking.
Oh yeah, oh my
They didn't
gosh.
even know they had meme culture in their back pocket.
Yeah, they literally had memes by the chokehold, and they weren't even
Yes.
invented yet.
Yes.
They're like, you know what? We're gonna put all of our stonk into into Shrek
Yes.
meme, and it paid off.
Revolutionary. And then they made a sequel and they were like, let's do it again.
Yeah, and let's do it better.
Let's do it better. Well, for Kelly. Let's do it
Yes.
better.
Also, we did do an episode on that. If you have not seen it,
Yeah, Kelly had
go
us do the
watch it.
second
Go
one
go watch it.
first.
Go listen now. Yes, I am the sequel queen.
Yes.
I
If you're
apologize
new to
for
this
that.
podcast, if there is a second movie and not a first one, Kelly probably did it.
I did it. Yeah. Hey, no, I've been redeeming myself.
And then and then we had to go back and do the first one later.
Yeah, well,
So yeah.
it is what it is.
Um, yeah, love this movie. 10 out of 10. I went all the way to Santa Cruz just to watch this movie on the beach at Santa Cruz Beach
Oh
Boardwalk.
yeah.
Did we leave early because it was freezing? Yes.
Yes.
But we went,
But the vibes when you were there,
oh, top notch.
top notch, perfect.
And then the sun went down and I was like, let's
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So we as Bay Area kids were not prepared. we were not prepared for that ocean breeze. But
No.
well, maybe maybe this summer I'll go again and I will be prepared. Okay, Kelly, what are your recommendations for this week?
Okay, so I have two recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
It is Future Friends Part 1 by Superfruit and Future Friends Part 2 by Superfruit.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they had a full album, it would be the Future Friends album.
It would just be Future Friend. Yeah. Yeah.
But since they decided to split it in two, I now have to have two recommendations. But yeah, I was feeling nostalgic. All of the songs are a freaking bop. Listen to them. Very good summer vibes. Summer's coming. Give it a listen if you haven't.
Summer's pretty much here. All the 60-degree weather is gone. We're in we're in the 70s and up now.
That's true. I like this area, the 70s area.
Yeah. Let's keep it mid 70s for a while.
Yeah, maybe low 80s and I'm good.
Yeah, low 80s on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
As for me, I have three.
Okay.
My first one is a song called Free by Florence and the Machine. It's off of the new album. Can't remember the album's name. Have not heard the whole album, but I do like this song. So
okay.
Give it a listen. My second one is a little bit of a throwback. It's Rush by Ali and AJ. Love that song. Which, by the way, I have a little bit of a rant.
Yeah.
I haven't ranted in a while, so like, let's do it. Ali and AJ have been like slowly reworking their, not reworking. What have they been doing? Re-recording their songs, and I want them to stop. I want them to stop expeditiously. I heard their version of Like Whoa, and I was like, why did you even release this? You thought this sounded good? Like, I love Like Whoa. I love that song. But
good song.
The new version they released had terrible production.
What if it's not even them?
I wouldn't be surprised.
What if it's like they're brought to the studio against their will?
they're like, we have to do this. Like, you can't just use our old vocal. No.
Right. You just can't like remaster it or something.
Yeah.
We have to re-record it.
Yeah, I heard their new version of Like Whoa, and I got upset.
Yeah, he did.
I got so mad. It was terrible production. their vocals were louder, like way louder than like the music. I was like, what's going on? Who let this come out?
Well,
But yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I
yeah,
just
you
won't
have
listen.
to.
I just won't listen to it. Like that's fine. So yeah, go listen to Rush, the original version of Rush,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
in case they
Not the
release a
yeah.
new version.
And if they do, run.
Run. Uh okay. And my last recommendation: go watch Shrek the musical.
Ah,
If you haven't seen Shrek the musical, go watch Shrek the musical. It's literally the same story,
yes.
but it's a musical.
Yeah. So
Some good songs in there too. So yeah, go give that a listen. A listen, Jordan. Go give that a watch. It's on Netflix, I think.
yeah, it is on Netflix.
Cool. I haven't watched it in years, but like you can go watch it.
Yeah. Experience it for the first time.
Yeah, Sutton Foster is in it.
Yes.
All my younger people who watch the show younger, not like
Yeah.
actual younger
Not like
people.
actual young people.
You know who Sutton Foster is.
Yeah. I
Or
mean, I hope you do.
I hope you do. She's currently on Broadway in a show I don't really like with a man who I don't think is that good of a singer. But you know, hey, Kelly, I love Hugh Jackman.
Okay.
I do, but I want him to stop singing expeditiously.
But like he's just breaking out into musicals right now.
He sounds like a goat. I hate the sound of his singing voice.
So now I have to make you watch what's that? What's the musical?
If you say Oklahoma, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. I swear I'll punch you in the throat.
Oh, not Oklahoma. Flip Me Off a Bridge. The one that like everyone loved like a couple of years ago.
Are you talking about The Greatest Showman?
Yes, the Greatest
Yes,
Showman.
I've seen The Greatest Showman, and I don't think it was that great. Like, did y'all actually watch the movie, or did y'all just listen to the music? Because the movie itself is not good.
Yeah, I know everyone was so hype about it, and like like some of the songs are really good, and like I'm sitting here watching the movie, like this is a terrible movie.
It's a bad movie,
and like the story isn't great.
No, and then
like,
let's
a
not
crumbling marriage.
Let's not even put into account that they're trying to romanticize an abusive man. Like, let's not even put that. The movie is just not good.
Yeah.
The plot is all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, why do they
got bored halfway through?
Like, why do they randomly throw in like a kind of not a fair storyline into the movie?
Right. What was that for?
What was that for? What did that add to the story?
And then like the quote unquote separation.
That was so stupid.
It wasn't needed.
It wasn't. I will thank them. I will thank this movie though for getting Pink back on the radio with her like her Nordstrom style music. A Million Dreams was like right in Pink's pocket.
Yeah.
Right in,
it's in her wheelhouse.
It's in her wheelhouse.
I'm so glad someone was like, take it.
Give this to her. She knows what to do with this song. Mm-hmm. They'll play it in Nordstrom's and Barnes and Nobles for the next 50 years.
Maybe midday on the radio.
Yeah. Not on an oldie station, but the station that plays like 2010 hits with a mixture of today's music. Like they'll play a lot of Imagine Dragons. But also if you're lucky on a good day, they'll throw in one of Justin Bieber's terrible songs that he makes nowadays, or they'll play Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. You know, the type of music they'll play in like a dentist's office.
Yeah
That's great.
Or a chiropractic office, because Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, I could go on forever about how I love Hugh Jackman, but I want him to stop singing. I could write a dissertation.
I could do the same with James Corden, but I just never want to see him again
Yeah,
in
he
any
can
movie film.
disappear. He could
Yeah,
just disappear altogether.
yeah.
I still want to see Hugh Jackman on my screen, but I just don't
Hmm.
want to hear
Yeah, I
him
don't want to.
sing.
Yeah,
James Corden, on the other hand, could disappear, and I would not
get
care.
him off of get him off.
Would not care.
Take him out.
Uh, wow, that was a fun little
Yeah, it was.
side street we went on.
Anyway,
But let's get back on the main road.
yes, yes,
Thank you so much for listening, because we're almost home. Thank you for so much
yeah.
for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a
Hmm.
Twitter and an Instagram. They're at SY2YI podcast. On Twitter, I will be starting our Get Elizabeth Gillies to Play Poison Ivy campaign. I've already started it.
Yes, yeah. And you've
Uh,
seen what he's done for other shows and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. In a perfect world, I would want her to play Catwoman, but unfortunately, Zoe Kravitz has that role.
hmm.
So I'm gonna have to work my magic and get Elizabeth Gillies to be Poison Ivy, because she is free now.
Yes, she is.
Dynasty got canceled. She's free now. Miss Mama is looking for a check, and I'm gonna get her one.
Yes, she deserves it.
And in a perfect world, I could get her away from her husband. But I don't have time for that right now.
No.
So let me just get her a check.
Yeah,
Let me just
yeah.
get her a check. So go follow us on Twitter so you can help with the Get Elizabeth Gillies to Play Poison
Yes.
Ivy campaign. Thanks. Also, send us your movie requests and your movie stories or email sytyipodcast@gmail.com. Let us
Hmm.
know if you also know every word to this movie. Let us know if you also do not like the sound of Hugh Jackman's singing voice. Let us know if you also want to spearhead the campaign to get Elizabeth Gillies to play Poison Ivy. It all is a circle,
Yes.
full circle. Let us know. Also, don't forget to share us with your friends and your family.
Hmm.
Subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, please.
Also, continue to wear your mask, because they're not
Hmm.
reporting it, but COVID cases are going up again.
Hmm.
They're literally not talking about it at all on the news, but COVID cases are going up again. So everyone be safe.
Yes, please.
Um, I would say get your boosters, but apparently they're running out of boosters. So we're screwed, but
Yikes.
be careful out there, y'all.
Be safe.
Be safe. I'm wishing y'all all the best. Don't forget to wash your hands, do everything you can, and
Yes.
stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.